Well, hey Aries, how about a reading from your metal dog? It is Cardinal Signs weekend, and that means you. Cards are just flying out of here as I shuffle for this reading. They want to talk to you, Aries. This reading is about change coming in. Astrologically, we've got Leo full moon on the 5th, and lots of aspects out there, energies, angles, connections between planets, constellations. And they are calling in change, and it's going to be a lot of fast energy here this month. So let's see what is going on for Aries. So far, I've just been seeing really cool, positive, powerful magicians, queens of wands, four of wands hopping out of the deck for you. But let's see now what's going on for Aries. Ooh, we get 7 of Swords. Definitely something that is about your mind. It's about the truth. It's about a truth that you're keeping to yourself or that somebody else is keeping from yourself. And it can be a kind of disempowering idea. So that's a good thing to seek change in. It's a beautiful card of the isolated panther here with her secret. This is a truth. Swords represent your mind, also the truth, sign of air. And I'm looking back here at these panthers appear to be like guided under this truth. It almost seems like there's a new truth that you have somehow. So this could be like on a larger scale or just in your personal relationships and things like that. You tell me, okay? Let me look here. Yeah, my channel is growing. You have one card. It's a 7 of Pentacles. It's a very different energy. Although I guess I feel like you're holding on to something. The 7 of Pentacles has that. But the 7 of Pentacles is the earth. It's your body. It's your practicality. It's your finances, your home, your job. But basically this card is about all the work that you put in and just waiting for it to pay off. So this little spider spun all these webs and she's waiting to catch her dinner. And that's what a 7 of Pentacles is about. And I have to say, I don't think I've ever pulled this 7 of Pentacles, although in this deck, although I use this Guardian of the Night deck all the time. That's so weird when that happens. Okay, so Aries, we're gonna ask 5 questions about this change. It's concerning the truth. It's a truth that you seem to have or that you're keeping from the world or that's being kept from you. So and it relates to, it feels like you've been working really hard to build something. And this may be why you're not speaking this truth. But it can be, it's something we want to change for you, Aries. It's disempowering kind of energy, the 7 of Swords. But we'll clarify here with the following cards. So first we're going to ask what you sensed already. So you may have sensed this change coming in, kind of what's this intuitive knowing that you may have had. It's apparently going to be taking some of us by surprise, so be patient with yourself. So what is still hidden about this change? With the 7 of Swords, I would say a lot is hidden. What is it that you're clinging to? There might be habits, people, things, concepts. And since we're talking about swords, that's truth, that's concepts, paradigms. So what is it that you're clinging to? And yet what will benefit you if you receive this change gracefully? And then what's the future? And then we'll clarify. If that's not enough for you, we will clarify. So stick around as long as it suits you, as long as it feels like this message is for you. And if it's not for you, I'll catch you next time. All right. Let's see, Aries. So what you already have sensed this is about. So we get an 8 of Pentacles. It could be this is something very much in the practical realm of work. Remember, we see the 7 of Pentacles here. So this could be a change happening in your work. It could be, this is a very beautiful, inspired version of the 8 of Pentacles. We can see the moon changing. We can see all of this inspiration. We can see this person working it's very often a new skill. So if you're kind of like, you've been kind of feeling pulled in some way towards some kind of new work, and it doesn't have to be career work. It can be, other kinds of work that you're being pulled towards. And we know this is going to have to do with truths, things that you might be hiding and keeping to yourself or avoiding knowing, is the kind of the sense I get with a Seven of Swords. Okay, what is still hidden that you haven't guessed yet? Seven of Cups. It looks like you're having there's lots of choices. So if you feel like you're kind of pulled in one particular direction, like it's a fixed path, that's Leo is a fixed sign, Aries, and so it can feel like really a lot of conviction, stubbornness. But I'm a fixed sign, and what it means to me is, I know how to get stuff done. I commit, but sometimes I can overcommit, right? So if you feel like there's just one path, if it feels fixed in that way that I'm talking about, know that you have choices. The other thing that the Seven of Cups can mean is that you might be getting mired up in a bunch of fantasies, illusions, projections. We will clarify. Thirdly, what are the things you cling to, the habits, the people? So this is your swords, your mind. This is some kind of habits of self-harm. This is when you win the wrong way, right? So that's a great thing to have in this place here, this card. So the Five of Swords. You kind of give yourself a headache with this stubbornness, this, it seems to me like a habit of, and it actually ultimately ends up sabotaging you. So if you are keeping things, if you practice omission, Aries, that doesn't seem very Aries to me. Or if you know a truth, you just don't want to know it. There's some work that you need to do. There may be like a shortcut that you're taking in order to get what you want. Yeah, the Seven of Pentacles suggests not a shortcut, but that you like really put a lot into this. You're really invested in it and you know what you want and you're waiting for that. And so this could prevent you from speaking this truth or accepting this truth or acting really in, I'm sorry to say, Aries, is like your typical upright fashion. Okay. All right. Let's see. What else do we have? Number 4. This is the first time I've done this reading. So, we get the Fool. This is the benefits of this. A new beginning. Should you choose to open up about whatever it is you're hiding or hiding from, if you should choose to quit doing this self-defeating behavior where it basically haunts you, and it keeps haunting you because you're not dealing with it, you could have a brand new beginning. Just take a leap of faith here. So that's a beautiful benefit from this. So let's see what's the future. Are you going to do this? Are you going to, how's this? It looks like we see you. There's more work energy, right? Remember this Pentacles, we were thinking some kind of practical. So the Three of Pentacles is you are going to build something with other people. Everybody has something to bring to the process, and you will be a part of a collaboration with others. Very nice. So that's the future. Should you choose to gracefully accept this change. Oh, yeah, unless you doubt change. The wheel of fortune. Things are turning. Change is inevitable. It is divinely coming in here. So I'm curious, what is this about? Aries, you're the one with the secret. You probably already know. It looks like you think it has to do with work. Maybe you, when you think about this change, you're like, oh, it's going to be so much work, I don't even want to start it. Let's see. We will now clarify. Okay, 8 of Pentacles for Aries. What is it that Aries sensed already? And what is their attitude towards? Okay, this is about your wish fulfillment, your contentment. 9 of Cups. Yeah, that's a good change. It looks like a good change with the Fool. There's something ending though, and that's hard. It's hard. There's an ending before every beginning. And there is a vision for the future here. So when you look at this change, when you imagine it, what you're coming up against is some ideas about what makes you feel content and that you don't want that to end. But there is something that you've envisioned. It's this kind of rainbow justice kind of vision that you have, and it goes with this kind of inspiration that we see here. So I guess I think that there's like a lot of work here to carrying this, to telling this truth or coming to terms with this new idea here. Yeah, we've seen that you put in a lot of work with the Seven of Pentacles there, and there's something about your fear that this will be an end to your contentment. But you also see that in order to have wish fulfillment, you need to do this work, and you're dreading a little bit that this may mean an ending in some area. Okay. So this is what you've sensed as a significant change. And it does look like it's a significant change. You get the Wheel of Fortune again to support that. You've sensed this. It may be that you want something here. It's a wish, and you've envisioned it. And like the world in this deck, it's so... Do I have the little box for this deck? I do. Let me read you this world a little bit, Aries, because it's, when you see this really beautiful card here, an ending and a beginning, it also in this deck says don't stress. You already have it all. Let me see if I can. She says it better than I do here. Of course, last card here, wholeness and completion. The world is the final card in the journey of the major arcana. It signifies completion, harmony, and contentment. It's rare to experience this energy, as we are usually consumed by wanting, needing, and achieving. So when this card appears, contemplate for a moment the idea of being whole. Focus on the image of the card. I'll hold it up for you as I read this. Focus on the image of the card. Close your eyes and envision this radiating energy inside you. What does it feel like? Where is it located? What blocks you from feeling a sense of wholeness each and every day of your life? So that's what I think this work, you need to do this work in order to have your wish fulfillment and your vision. But it is something that, it's a real secret. It's dark and private, and it's something that you associate work with, or you associate with your work. Could be your work on the planet. And since I did have this idea that if you're thinking in a kind of social justice way, because the rainbows here in this deck often speak to us of justice. If this is that kind of truth, and it may upset the order here of what the other panthers are engaged in, the truth that they worship under, and you've got this new one, we could see how there might be some hesitation and resistance to embracing that work and that truth. But that wholeness and sense of completion and fulfillment, you already sense that lies here for you. So what is still hidden from you is either something about choices or illusions, fantasies, and projections here. So let's clarify that as we look here a little bit at what remains hidden from Aries. There's that Five of Swords again. It's the same thing. It's the habits you cling to. And this is such an awful and perfect image of how that feels, being cut in two by this truth. So, so this truth that you know here, it's actually harming you potentially to keep it to yourself. You're getting something out of it, but you're also losing a lot, right? So in a Five of Swords, it's like really uncomfortable to have that here. What else? Ah, there is an Ace of Cups hidden from you here. That's a very different energy. It's an energy of new love. And when you look at the sky here, he's picking from all these cups. You know, one of these is that divine love, that self-love. There's a lot of Venus energy. Venus is in Pisces right now. And so there is a kind of, it may feel like a fragile feeling, this self-love, but it definitely can compete with this self-harm here. So these are energies in opposition. It feels like you're kind of literally choosing between self-sabotage and love. And thirdly, there's a Father of Swords. There's that truth. This is the truth you're afraid of. And the Father of Swords understands that, right? You can see it's lit up with that rainbow energy of justice. It's like, you know, it's right to carry this truth openly instead of hide it. You know, it could be simply the truth of who you are. There's clearly some work that you have to do here. And the Father of Swords has done that work. The cards are telling you that you know already that you have to do this work. It has to do with your sense of completion and wholeness, your wish fulfillment, the world that you've envisioned. It's telling you that what you're already doing is harmful to yourself, and you know that. Or you may not know that, actually, because this is under what's still hidden from you. You don't realize, like, that there's this cup of love at stake here, and that what lies ahead for you, I just never think of it as, like, easy to be this Father of Swords, to carry this truth. And I think of him as having lived with the truth in a very deep level. He's wise for it. He's kind of shocked still always by it, but he's also learned how to use the truth from his heart. So this connection between cups and swords, I always read in the Father of Swords. Yes, he's an intellect. Yes, the swords are air and mind, but he's also, in my readings and the way I read tarot, and therefore how the cards are going to communicate to you through me, he is also the kind of energy that links the mind and the heart in a way that's very powerful and transformative. And I feel like there is something majorly transformative here, because we can see that you're clinging to habits which actually hurt you, this Five of Swords energy. Let's see, that poor little earthworm cut in half by the refusal to deal with these thoughts, these ideas that disempower you, give you a headache, whatever that is. Okay, so let's find out more about what you're clinging to. Oh, no doubt, the devil. Really emphasizing here that this is codependence, addiction, something like you should have actually no ambivalence that this habit is bad for you. And a lot of what's happening out there in space is going to help you see that. Uranus, planet of revolution, is in play. So the devil here, it's like the grown-up version of this. It's the grown-up version of this. These are thoughts that disempower you, right? This devil, his feet are on fire. It can also be about desire that is not attached to the divine, that's earthly. It can be good old-fashioned fun lust. So if the habit that you're having trouble giving up has to do with your sex life, your the Seven of Cups, like all the choices. Like I think of like people that swipe, and they're having a lot of sex. Maybe it's sex that doesn't come with this, and maybe you're not totally seeing how it's harmful to you, right? That's just one story that you could tell here with the devil and the Five of Swords. But what else? So there is, when you stay in this, you get stuck in a Four of Cups. It's a real poor me, been there, done that. I don't expect much in the realm of emotions. So these thoughts are keeping you there. And this is definitely the very opposite energy of a Four of Cups. This is total emotional fulfillment. It is rainbow love. It's a Ten of Cups. Ideal. What is your emotional ideal? Community, true love, family. These habits, these things that you cling to that keep you from embracing this change are connected very fundamentally to your ideal. And in a way, like, I want to say that you found a way to be happy on top of all of this self-harm and these disempowering thoughts and this Four of Cups mentality, that the reason why you cling to this isn't because you're dumb. You're not dumb, Aries. It's associated in a deep way with your concept of happiness, right? So we don't hold on to things as long as they work for us, right? So I'm going to say that this practice, this habit, this thing that the stars are going to change, that's inevitably changing here, because we've got Wheel of Fortune here. We've seen this twice on the table. That's going to change, but no shame in having been attached to this habit or thing or person. It could be a person. I don't feel it's a person. I feel like it's a thought process, it's something. It's very, very disempowering, whatever it is. So I feel like it's more in your mind than like a real thing in your life. But you've definitely, as we see here with the Seven of Pentacles, you've invested a lot in this, and it looks like you've invested your concept of emotional fulfillment in it too. The Four of Cups says it's too small of a worldview. So the benefit of this change, if you want to, I feel like it's inevitable. So you're all going to get to start out like the Fool. It's a very Aries energy. Cardinal sign Stardust. You are the youngest sign in the tarot. The Fool is not your card, but I think of you with the Fool. Ever the beginner, right? And it's a wonderful energy, Aries. And let's see, this is the benefit, a new beginning. New beginning. It's a Son of Pentacles. There's a plan. It's practical. It's slow. So that might be hard for a cardinal sign. It's your Four of Wands. I saw that when I was shuffling. This is your soulmate connection. It's the place of authenticity. It's where you get to be yourself with the people who get you. It can actually even be a marriage to this. Oh yeah, geez. It's your lovers. It's your connection on all levels. Your soulmate, your twin flame, big stuff. Wow. Huh. Yeah, so the benefit of this, so I see, like, this is beautiful. This is what is the benefit of this change. It's bringing in love, soulmate connection. Like, it's fantastic. If it's not that, the Lovers signifies a choice, a big decision. It looks like you're embarking on a new journey of love. There's a little bit of you that's still stubbornly looking backwards, though. On the table, the Son of Pentacles, our stubborn, slowpoke knight, he's the Knight of Pentacles of Earth. He's the guy with the plan, but he is stubborn in this deck. I always see this little buck as stubborn. And he's kind of insisting on the old way here. So it makes it take a little bit of time before you get this Four of Wands and the Lovers. So what I see happening here in this story is you have some pretty significant truths about yourself that you need to face. They're really disempowering. They keep your worldview small. You've built your ideal of happiness on them. These are illusions that harm you. You already know this. You know you need to do this work. You know that your happiness and your vision for how you want the world to look, your life to look, rests upon this. But you're holding on to old ways, as we are wont to do. So the future, it looks very no big deal. Three of Pentacles, but it is bringing a vision into reality, and that's what, there's your vision. That's what you sense. Your vision depends on this change. So let's see what we can find out more. I just have to show you there's justice. So if you're hearing this as something that brings a larger kind of justice into the world, that's here too. If this is what you're keeping from the world, you are being told that's going to have to change. That's selfish. Okay, so Three of Pentacles. What's the future here? Oh yeah, there's you. What's the future for the Emperor here? Father of Cups. Emotionally intelligent. Let's see, a Scorpio energy. Judgment. Another Scorpio card. An Ascension. This seems like it looks small. It looks like a small little thing you're building, but it's a big thing you're building. It's major transformation. Wow, manifestation. I saw this card too when I was shuffling. The Magician. You have all the tools that you need to manifest the vision, to make, like, this is the same energy of, like, you had this vision. This you already sensed that your vision depends on this change. You had it. The future shows you powerfully rising to this occasion from great emotional maturity. The Magician has all the tools. He has the truth, or she, they. The Magician has the truth, the cup, the pentacle, and the wand. All the suits there to bring in whatever the vision is. So it's very powerful. Judgment is about ascension. It's about you've done things right? When you stop keeping these secrets or whatever it's like a soul theft, self-harm thing that you're doing in a very stubborn way because you've kind of put a lot into it. When you quit doing that, you get to move on in the video game of life. You know that. That's why the world is under what you've already sensed. And it happens when you bring your heart to the matter. And the King of Cups is the strong, silent, but emotionally mature type. So it's like you come to emotional maturity, you rise to this occasion, and then you build and make real in the world what you have envisioned. It's really fantastic. I already showed you that your very own card here, the Emperor, is on the bottom of the deck, as is the Fool here. And that's it. New beginning for you, Aries. Our cardinal sign, you know how to get things started. You got some work to do, though. I would say you've got some deep thoughts that are in your way. And you've really built a lot on them, but you know that they're in the way of your happiness here. And the happiness is like true love. It's the beginning of a life full of love where you work with others to create and make real a vision that you've had. And your vision rests on you making this change. So it's a great reading, and I wish you luck because it's not an easy message to receive and act on. But you have no choice. Change is coming whether you like it or not, Aries. And I'm going to say, because I'm a fellow sign under Mars, like, you've got this. You're not afraid. You got a lot of power, and Mars is direct now. Mars is in Gemini in a suit of air and swords. So you should feel a lot of mojo here picking up. Okay, let me know. Have a beautiful day.